The this week parasha is Parashat Terumah. It talks about the starting of the building of the tabernacle, the Mishkan. It starts by telling the Jewish people to collect donation for the Mishkan, and then it describes the how to build the ark, the the table, the shulchan, the menorah, and then it goes through building the tabernacle itself and its court and so on and so forth. There is a famous midrash in Masechet Sotah that says that the ark that the people, the Kohanim, who don't carry the ark carries the Kohanim. It's of course we believe what the Talmud says. However, today it occurred to me that let me figure out how much really the ark weigh. And we do know that the dimensions of the ark is that it is 2.5 cubit amma by 1.5 width and 1.5 height. So it is 2.5 by 1.5 by 1.5. So now to figure out how much it weighs, we have to know how much amma is. And there is discrepancy between the rabbis on how much it is. The rabbi that we go by the most is Rabbi Chaim Na'eh, who is from Israel. He was born in Hebron, and he was a Lubavitcher, and he wrote a book that is where he wrote all the measurement of the Torah, weighs and volume and dimension. He called it Noda Bashiurim, not Bashari, Bashiurim, which is nice play of words, and he relies on that on Harambam. And during that time, he lived at the same time that the Rabbi Karelitz lived, and in any way now the Sephardim they go as according to Rabbi Na'eh, and he said that the amma, which is 48 centimeters, and the tefah is 8 centimeters. Amma, by the way, in Arabic we used to call it dra'. Dra' means the measurement from the elbow to the tip of the middle finger. Unlike in America, they use feet, and probably it is confusing because foot is a common measurement in England and the United States. And then we talk about Hadithat Arba Ammot, that we walk for Zeroa, that they think it is foot, but it is really not. This is what it is, dra, and it is 48 centimeters. So now, to measure, to see how much the ark weighs, I started with the kaporet, because we do know that the ark is a box, and in the box is made of wood, but it is covered from inside and outside of gold, and it has on it cover. I start figuring out how much, calculating how much the cover, the kaporet, weighs. So it is 2.5 by 1.5. That's 120 centimeters. The width is 72 centimeters, and the height is tefah. The Rashi says it is also from the Gemara that it is by 8 centimeters. So if we multiply that, we will come to 69,120 cubic centimeters. Now, the specific gravity, the specific weight of the gold, and there are chemical tables to calculate that, is 19.3 gram per cubic centimeter. So if we multiply the 69,000 by 120 by 19.3, we'll come to 1.334 tons, 1,334 kilogram. So this is already very heavy. Now, to calculate how much the ark, the box weighs, I assumed that it is made of acacia wood that is covered by gold, as I mentioned before. I assumed that the acacia wood is 7 centimeters and that the gold from inside and outside is 1 centimeter. I believe this is reasonable assumption. And also the specific weight for the acacia wood is 1, meaning that one cubic centimeter weighs 1, which is exactly like water. And maybe they call it aseh shatim, it's like shatim, which means that if you put it on the water, it floats. Maybe this is really the reason. I am not sure, but it is 1. So now, if we calculate the length, it will be 120 centimeter by 72. We mentioned multiply by 7. It will give us 60,480. Multiply by 1. It's 60 kilo and change. We have two length. Of course, it's 121 kilo. Now the width is 72 by 72 by 7, it give me 36 kilo, multiply by 2, it will give us 72 kilo. So between only the wood of the box is 193 kilo. Now I figured out how much the gold is. It came out to 333 kilogram. That means that between both of them, the 330 plus 193, it's 500. It's little over half a ton of 540 kilo. Okay. So now it came really to 700 kilo if we add them together. So between the kaporet and the ark, we have 2 tons already. Now, regarding the luhot, how much they weigh, no one knows. At least I don't know. Maybe in the Gemara it will tell you how much they weigh. In any event, I figured that it is, let's say, 3/4 of the volume of the ark is filled with the luhot. I looked up if they are made from granite or from marble. The specific weight of cubic centimeter is 2.5. I came up that they weigh 1.16 ton. Now, in addition to that, we have the cherubim. The cherubim also, there is debate on how much they weigh. We know for sure from the Rashi of this parasha that from their face to the top of the kaporet there are 80 centimeters. And there are opinion that their wings touch the one wing of one touches the wing of the other one, and then the other one touch this. We do know that the Mishkan width is Aysel Amot, 4.8 meters. So, and Rabbi Nahum told me that the cherubim, they are really standing by nes, because physically it can't be that they are on top of the kaporet and standing. I assume that, let's say, they weigh a ton. This is most conservative assumption. Now, if we add to that the rings that they carry, the tabeot, if we carry the pole that they are made also of acacia wood, aseh shatim, and they are covered with gold, and if we add the crown, the zer zahab, let's say that they only weigh 833. We can figure out here very easily that we are talking about a structure that is more than 5 tons. I do know I put a CAT scan machine in my office many years ago that we had to support the floor of the room where it is to carry it. So here we have a structure that is 5 tons. Now, so how much a human being can carry? I googled it, that the heaviest weight somebody lifted from the floor to his thighs was 457 kilo. This is not carrying, going from one place to the other, just one lift. And above the head, it's 263. This is only one time that he could do it, not going long distance. So here, from here we can see that the truth of the matter is that and we also know that only 4 priests carry the Aron. This is also Gemara. So here, if it is 5 tons, that means that each person is carrying, should carry 1.25 ton. It's like 3,000 pounds. Impossible. So from here we can see that there is definitely Siyata Rishma, that there is divine intervention to help the Kohanim carry the ark. We can learn few things from the Aron, that it is why it has gold inside and outside. Why it is inside? Because the truth is no human being ever saw what's inside it. After Moshe put the Luchot, it was closed, never to be opened again. Why do we need to have gold? It teaches you that the Talmid Hacham, the one who studied Torah, should be in his inside just like his outside, made of Zahav Tahor, of pure gold. The dimension that they are in halves, no one full measurement, 1.5 by 1.5 by 2.5. It means that learning Torah is it can never finish, ever finish. And also the one who studies should not put in his mind that I'm going to master everything. Just start and Hashem will help. So here the message is that the Aron will carry its carrier, even from physical perspective. But it will never fly to them. They have to attempt to pick it up, and then it will carry them. And this is what the people say, that God will help those who want to help themselves. That they have to start, and then Hashem will help. And the truth is, this theme is repeating itself over and over throughout the Chumash of Shemot. In this parasha, we see that Moshe Rabbeinu, he had difficulty manufacturing the menorah, and he couldn't do it, and he attempted, and then Hashem told him, you know what, I show it to you, you attempted enough, just throw the gold, the mass of gold in the fire, and Hashem shaped it in a menorah. So here he had told him, just start and I will help you. We do know also in Parashat Yitro it says V'asayetchem al kefei nesharim. I read from, I believe, Rabbi Kluger, that the eagle cannot, I mean, his wings has to be spread out, and they will be spread out when he start to fly. Then he pick up his kids, and he bring them towards his feet. So he has to start flying, and then Hashem va'esatchem, which means that you start and then I will carry you. When every miracle in Mitzrayim, except for Mekat Berachot, Hashem tell Moshe, you start, you hit let Aaron hit the river, let Aaron hit the ground, and you stretch your hand, and I will do the miracle. The miracle start by yourself. So here, this is the message that we have to attempt. That Hashem will protect you and will help you. You have to start. You can't sit and hope for the best. If you start, Hashem is ready to help us. So I hope that we will take that into heart, and we all should always ask for to start and ask for Siyata D'Shmaya. Both elements are very important for us to accomplish anything meaningful in our life. Shabbat Shalom.